Some folks may think it's impossible to talk to those who have died and moved on, but Maudy Fowler says she has been doing that since she was a child. We spoke with her and co-author Gail Hunt about the gift of being a mystic.
You are going to be fine. You want to have children. I am not a genie. I can only pray, okay? So we pray in time, but the reason why is actually you guys are too stressed. You have too many things on your plate from both sides. But in time, you're going to be fine, okay? And there's also a lady, Corona.
I felt I didn't know how she knew my relatives. I only met her today.
She details her many conversations with angels that have led to healing and growth for the living in her new book, Angel Whispers. Maudy joins me with co-author Gail Hunt. Hey, how y'all doing?
Great.
Doing great, thank you.
So, all right, so Maudy, I guarantee you there are people who are saying, give me a break. This is sort of nonsense. But the reality is, I've always understood this. My grandfather had the same spiritual gift. I know others who do the same thing as well. How do you explain to people what this spiritual gift actually is?
Okay, this is how it works. My gift as a mystic is your handshake, your embrace, your voice. Your voice especially is my frequency to tune in. So it's a one-way street. So that means that I can only hear your loved ones in heaven. I cannot ask questions. The people in front of me do. So therefore, I can tune in to those who are in heaven, and those who are in heaven do earthly work from heaven to help us here on earth do that heavenly work here on earth for ourselves and for others.
And so you use the word mystic. Why that particular title? I mean, others, I've heard, I know some folks who say prophetess, who say that they have the gift of the prophetic as opposed to mystic.
Well, I'll leave this answer for Gail because she and many others recognize me as mystic. Myself, growing up, I usually thought everybody was like me, but that was a sour apple. So for me, I needed to understand who I am and who I was. And so why am I different? So, for me, it is, I usually refer to my gift as doing Maudy stuff. So I'll leave this answer for Gail.
Okay, the thing, to answer your question in reference to mystic, okay, mystics, mediums, all of these people all have the gift of prophecy, but the way Maudy goes beyond that is that there's a philosophy that we are trying to get to people to have them put it into their own lives so that they can help themselves. In other words, people who go to psychics and mediums go on a very regular basis. And with a mystic, it's in the sense that it's empowering you as a person to be able to help yourself. Maudy listens to the angel whispers to help you. But the whole thing is, then you have work to do, like homework. You have to be able to do the homework so you can help yourself and then go forward and pay it forward.
Now, Maudy, one of the things that is interesting, and again, I know a number of folks who have this gift. You also don't charge, and that is often one of the things that turns people off when it comes to palm readers and others. And so for the audience, what sets you apart from those kind of folks?
Okay, I believe that in my personal thoughts is that I believe that a gift has to be given. And, like I said, I salute and honor all of those who are gifted in the medium and psychic world. It is just for me personally to answer this question from Maudy's point of view is that, which single mom, which child, which people, the people from the homeless and the shelters, I'm here for everybody. So that's why I say step forward, and heaven and me, we will be happy to help you move on and move forward. And that's how I see that.
Gail, what did you find it interesting where you wanted to co-author this book?
You mean in reference to Maudy? What did I find different? Okay. Well, we worked she actually found me in the year 2000, and I tested her for a year and a half. We always laugh about that because I'm very aware that people are gifted, but what was my role? And the thing is, it's really wonderful. We do have books in all over the world, but in Holland and Belgium and Europe, and we won an award there in 2008. But the truth of the matter is, it's so wonderful to be able to be on this journey, to see people grow, how they listen to the angel whispers that Maudy delivers, and how I see them personally grow. It's really very rewarding. It's wonderful. And of course, we travel together and we write together, and our goal really is to help people to help themselves and to get over that depression, because as you know, depression is a mess.
Maudy, is this something that someone can develop, or is it something that is innate that folks are born with, and that is communicating with the deceased?
Well, you know, actually, everybody's born with this special gift. Why it has been decreased is because of our hardship levels. We are tested and challenged through heaven to see who we are. If we recognize ourselves first, then our personal supernatural gift will increase. But hardship levels, the emotions that actually triggers that, will decrease our supernatural ability. So for me, to keep that, you know, I mean, let's be honest, you know, when you're different in your gift, you of course are persecuted, you know, and this time we call that even more bully. So for me, I had to learn from the older people to keep my gift. And I learned that, you know, depression is a severe a thing for people to be removed. So
have you ever said something to someone and they just completely freaked out and ran out of the room, and you sort of had to?
In New York, actually.
We did this big presentation in Manhattan for a rap mogul, and a few ran out, but then they came back.
So wait a minute. So you were so on it, they ran out of the room.
Yes.
Yes, because afterwards they came back with the hands in the pocket, because before they were actually with arms folded sitting there, and then they said, no, I have nothing, and then they wanted to test and challenge me, so I did it right back at you.
Oh, so it was sort of like an MC challenge, and you said, let me show you what I'm working with.
You got it.
You got it.
All right.
So they came back and they said, I was spot on, you know, and like I said, it's not me. It's I can't take credit for what I say because I'm just listening in. It's a one-way street.
Well, I do get a kick out of the people who believe they have the gift. There was some woman who sent me a tweet once, and she really thought that she was predicting things and laying things out, and then she was just straight lying. And I don't think she realized I got my own spiritual gifts, and so she got exposed. And I had a hell of a lot more Twitter followers than her, so it didn't go over didn't go over too well for her that night on Twitter.
That is funny.
The book is called Angel Whispers: Messages of Hope and Healing from Loved Ones. Maudy Fowler and Gail Hunt. I certainly appreciate it. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. Folks, we'll be back on News One Now and TV One in just a moment.